Hi and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for the collective for 2024, and we're going to go through each month, and I'm going to get general messages as well as for love, any blocks you have, and some advice for that month. So the theme for January is no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. You have 18, which is a 9, and this is about you learning to get over any fears that you have, any lack mentality, and also learning to take your power back. So that's the theme for January. Now, let's see what's going on. So we have the Two of Pentacles. The 9's coming up again. 9 of Fire. And we have the Temptation card. So right away, I'm seeing that the fears that you're having to work through is showing up in your finances and also the way you take action in your everyday life. And with this Temptation card, I can see that maybe some toxic habits that you've developed over time are also hindering you. So the month of January, you're going to have to overcome a lot of temptations that you may have been feeling weak to overcome in the past, and this is going to be like a test for you in January. The 9 of Wands is about you feeling weary and tired because you feel like you've worked really hard just to maintain the stability that you have right at this time. But also how you're developing as a person when it comes to adapting and having to change. But let's get some more. I want to see your block. So what's the block for January? So this is the Crone, and this is all about empowering yourself. And we all have a light and dark side, and we both need these. But you must maintain a balance between the two. There are times when you're going to need more of your dark side in order for you to stick up for yourself, or maybe stick up for other people. But this is about using your power to not only influence others, but when you use this power and you practice using it, you're able to overcome your fears. You end up being more courageous as time goes on. But you're going to have to work on this so that you don't let your fear influence your life and in your actions moving forward, whatever your goals are. So that's your block. Now let's see. When it comes to love, I can see that you or someone around you is juggling, meaning either they're entertaining you and someone else. And you either know this, or like I said, it's someone around you that's feeling powerless to change this. And maybe feeling that you just have to put up with it. But like I said, with this block here, you have to own your power and know that you can have anything that you want in your life. And when it comes to relationships, you have to speak up. Whatever the consequence is and whatever happens in between you and this other person, you have to be willing to accept that, you know what, it may end, but you have to put yourself first and value yourself enough to say enough is enough, and that you will not stand for treatment when it comes to being juggled with another person. So let's take a look at either this person's message to you or just the advice when it comes to love. This is talking about a second option. So like I said, they're juggling you and another person. But if so, this is your other option, is that you could also keep your options open as well. But I see this other person having a second option. So if you've wondered, or you may be having a feeling, this is confirmation that this is happening. And your love oracle is everything you need, your courage, strength, compassion, and love. Everything you need is already within you. And your advice for January 2024 is 22. This is not your practice life, so decide. What is your inner voice telling you about the dream in your heart? So yeah, this is not your practice life. So that you're going to have to make decisions. What needs to change? And I can read a little bit of the advice for you, if I can find it here. There we go. So 22. You've drawn this card because you are at a crossroads and it's time to decide. No one knows you better than your true self, and it is time to trust your intuition. We're all intuitive. We just haven't been taught how to use this part of us. Give yourself permission to connect on a deeper level with your soul's unique language. You can do this by following your heart and stepping into your purpose. You are being called to evolve your intuition and trust yourself more deeply. Listen to this inner nudge and honor the direction it's leading you. You have your own path that looks nothing like anyone else's, and it is your destiny to be who you came here to be. It's time to shine your most magnificent expression of your authentic self. This means trusting yourself, listening to your intuition, and following your soul's guidance. As you do this, you live your life with integrity and truth, and things become more peaceful. You know in your heart of hearts what you really want. This is not your practice life. Don't waste it doing what you don't want to do. Your calling is calling to you, and this is the sign. Trust this voice within. You are ready to be who you are destined to be. And an additional meaning is another way guidance can come to us is through our dreams. The dreams you have at night can provide clear steps to the next right action for you. When you go to bed, ask your higher self to give you guidance in your dream state. Keep a journal by your bed and record any key messages, symbols, and feelings that occur in your dreams. Waking dreams or daydreams are important too. These are the ideas and insights that make your heart sing with possibilities. You can access these more clearly and manifest your ideal life by listening to your inner voice, the inspiration and nudges you feel in your gut or heart. This is your true self talking to you. So that was your month for January 2024. Okay, so what is the theme for February? So we have 23. We're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. So this is about you realizing that just like you are different, other people are going to be different as well. No one's the same, and that's the way it should be, because the world would be a very boring place. But this card it talks about hiding who we truly are sometimes. So it says, we do not speak of who we are, and we try to convince others that we are just like them. This card asks you to consider why you would hide any of your own strangeness when, as in Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat says we are all mad here. And we must all be mad, otherwise we would not be here. Living another lifetime, brave enough, mad enough to learn more on this journey of the soul. So beginning to realize that everyone is interesting, a little bit different, and full of secrets, good and bad. Understanding that hiding what makes you your very own self is not only exhausting, but it's robbing the world of your unique wonder. Discovering that you are a little mad, and so in truth is everyone else. Embrace your eccentricities and your own peculiar genius. So this is asking you to embrace the special things about you that make you unique. And when you learn to love and embrace yourself, you can also appreciate others and how different they are. That is the theme for February. So let's take a deeper look. So we have the Messenger of Fire, the Knight of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So you're thinking about taking action on something, but you're feeling you're having a lot of regrets about the past. And so maybe this is about you wanting to make things right, change things. So if you made mistakes in the past, you're looking to change those outcomes. Maybe trying again. Could be a relationship, could be a career. And with this Wheel of Fortune, this is about you getting that second chance. Because this is all about chance, but this is telling me that your chances are really good, that you could really change things for yourself. And this is a time, could bring good fortune to you in the monetary sense. And in the spiritual sense, this is about you changing something drastically, whether it's your perception, the way you think, your beliefs. Something is changing, and this is what's causing this. This good luck or good fortune. Let's see a possible block that you might have for February. Okay, we have, this is the Two of Swords. And in this card, it talks about, as you can see, black and white. The world is not black and white, but it's saying that you're, right now, this perception that you have of the world is causing a block. Now I can see that with this Five of Cups, that this is what this is, and you're having to work through that. But this is about beliefs, your belief systems. Now, the belief systems, it could be about yourself, it could be about, as it pertains to your close relationships or family dynamic. This will be different for everyone, but this is a block you're going to have to overcome so that you can bring this good fortune to you. Now, this is also a destiny card, and a lot of people that come into this life have lessons that they need to learn and overcome, and this is part of yours. So the Two of Swords here cautions against taking a black and white approach to life. So to do so is to move through life with a closed mind and eyes that only see part of what is. It's to refuse to look at the bigger picture. Are you taking a rigid and inflexible stance when an open mind and heart is needed? Understanding is required, and that means accepting that sometimes there is no right or wrong. Sometimes both parties can be right and both parties can be wrong. Embracing the spectrum of color that is life opens the mind and in turn reveals that there's more than just the right choice or the wrong choice available. So that is your block that you have to work through for February. Now, so we're going to move on to love. Now, this is the message that about the person that you're thinking about or that you're involved with. And you have, I was disillusioned. So maybe they were mistaken when it came to how they saw you or the situation between you two. Now with the Knight of Wands here, I'm getting that this person may have been in and out of your life when it came to this connection, and the reason they were disillusioned maybe because they themselves don't have a real grasp of who they are. And when someone doesn't know who they are, it's hard to establish a stable connection with someone. So understand that anytime you have issues with someone, it is always about their issues, about themselves, and any traumas they haven't healed. So they're telling you, or their higher self is telling you, that they were delusioned. I was delusioned. What is your oracle, your love oracle message for February? It is, life is a great big canvas. Throw all the paint on it you can. So just like a painting, your life, it's all about what you put into it. And you can create whatever you want. So what is the advice? You have number 20. Nothing real can be threatened. How can you actively participate in creating heaven on earth? So this goes along with your love oracle about creating that big canvas and throwing all the paint on it you want. It's about what you want. So let's get some more about that. This could be February 20th, could be a meaningful date for you. We also got 22 in January. So January 22nd could be a major day for you as well. Now remember, this is a collective reading, so this is going to be different messages for the collective. So okay, this is you've drawn this card because, wait, I'm on the wrong one. Okay, here we go. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. This passage from A Course in Miracles is a divine reminder that the most important things in life are not the things we have been taught to focus on. When you go inward into your heart, you will see the areas of your life that feel inauthentic. At times, life can feel out of control and overwhelming, but when you remind yourself where your true power lies, connected to source energy and divine love, all illusions fall away. The love within you can pull you into a more peaceful state. When you look outside of yourself, you can easily fall into worry and feel hopeless, yet the outside world is only a reflection of your internal state. Look at your inner world and care for it. Make choices that are aligned with your truth, that of love. See the world within you as a beautiful place where all possibilities can manifest. It always starts with you. You are the creator of your experience. Fear and doubt will try to threaten, but love cannot be threatened. When you are aligned with your truth, that of love, nothing can harm you. This card is an invitation to see the world with fresh eyes, the real world of love, compassion, joy, and participate in the activation of heaven on earth. The world in which we live is in part an illusion. It is not real in the sense of the things outside of us and to which we give such importance. The material things, the likes, the follows, the outward forms of success are not representative of our true worth. These are fictions created to pull you away from the image of love within you. Everything outside of you is a manipulated reality, but the real world is the one in your heart. The intangibles of hope, peace, joy, and love, these are your true power. Their truth can never be taken from you. They are yours because they are a part of you. You can choose to allow these blessings to be part of your everyday life, or you can choose to stay in worry, fear, and discomfort. The choice is always yours. You're being called to activate your inner light by seeing yourself as a child of the divine, of God, of source energy. This world we live in is created for you to experience more of who you are and play in the wonder of it all. With this sense of acceptance, you feel lighter, freer, and more purposeful. Okay, let's see. What is the theme for March? Okay, we have Wake Up. It's your moment. 25, which makes it 7. 7 is a very spiritual number. And so this could literally be the time where you wake up to what is real. Now, the message for this card is getting a rude awakening, being asked to deliver before you feel you are ready, being present and fully engaged with what is happening around you, making a contribution, being assertive despite your gentle nature, insisting on being able to tell your story, making your moment count, and sharing with others who are ready to listen. So this is about you speaking up and sharing your words and thoughts. And you must continue if people try to stop you. So it's time for you to wake up to what's really going on around you. And it's telling you this is the time. So March is a very important month. So let's take a look at what's going on. So we have the Eight of Fire, Eight of Wands. The King of Earth or Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. So as far as finances or career, this is a big month for you. It's about you taking action. Eight of Wands is also about communication and getting a lot of messages, could be downloads. Being very busy. A busy time for you when it comes to your career and your finances. If you've been worried about your finances this month of March, you're going to have very good, you're going to earn a lot. I see with the Nine of Pentacles. And with this King of Pentacles, you could be dealing with an earth sign. But if this is you, this is about you taking charge. Maybe becoming a leader, a supervisor, maybe the head of your own company. This is a really good month for you, for the collective. Let's take a look at a block. So we have the Seven of Water. And this was in the reverse, but this is just a block for possible block that you may have to overcome. So let's take a look on why this is here. So this is about an inability or unwillingness to yield and be flexible. So the King of Pentacles can be in his more negative side, unwilling to change or be flexible, but remember that goals, by being fluid, water can find any crack, any opening, and use it to its advantage. If contained, it becomes still and peaceful, calm and waiting, receptive. So yes, external forces can make waves and ripples, but when the force is removed, stillness and calm are quickly restored. So release the water from its container and it will follow the path of least resistance, flowing around, over, and underneath any obstacle in its path, and overcoming with natural ease and grace. If circumstances in this month of March are making it harder, or have made you harder, or made you don a protective shell, it's time to allow the river of life to wash your emotional armor away. A gentle, more flowing outlook will serve you better. Soften your stance. Let go of your feelings of resistance by being open to potentialities, and be peaceful. Be like water and flow. So the potential block for you is being resistant to surrendering to the flow of life when it comes to your career. And because the future often brings you what you need, not what you want. So then the need to control every aspect of your life, which here it's focusing on the career. So that's a potential block that you might have to deal with. And I can see that usually when things start going well for for you, a fear may creep up that it's not going to last. So be willing to go with the flow. And whatever feels like you're having resistance is probably telling you that there's another direction you need to go. That was a possible block that you'll have in March. Now, as far as love's concerned, this is the message for if a person that you're dealing with or someone that you have on your mind. This is a message. And it's talking about trusting in the universe. So whatever question you may have had about a special person, this is telling you need to trust the universe. And I feel like control is an issue here for you, so it's asking you to let go with the flow. Your love oracle is try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. So try and focus on someone else. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it's just saying you need to redirect your focus. You're focusing too much on this person. And the overall advice for March is 4. You are the joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? So this is telling you that you need to seek joy. And it may be hard to find the things, but if you focus on what you do have and what you are grateful for, and maybe just embrace the free time that you have and do something that's fun. So you have 4. 4 is very stable energy to have, especially for your overall advice. So let's see what it says. Your life is a masterpiece and a day-by-day adventure, and you have the power to access joy no matter what you are going through. Every day may not be great, but when you celebrate the little victories, you will see the great things within each day. Infinite miracles happen every moment, but we are often too overwhelmed and busy to see them. You may be focused more on the struggles and what isn't working well. You are being called to be more mindful of the blessings that occur all the time, for there is a grand opportunity for joy both within you and all around you. You can shift your energy by focusing on what is going well in your life. Take some time to journal on what you are grateful for. Instead of focusing on how stuck, off track, and behind you are, switch your focus to celebration, joy, and lightheartedness. So see, that's what I was saying before. You can bring this energy to your everyday experiences. This card is a reminder that joy is your birthright, and you can experience it in each moment no matter what is happening in the world. It's also a reminder to celebrate recent successes and jobs well done. When a goal is accomplished, we often jump to the next thing without celebrating or pausing in our own excitement. Know that you can be happy for yourself and celebrate all that you are. To celebrate, pause and reflect on your good fortune. Could it be time to take a vacation, explore a new project, book a massage, or simply spend time in nature? Be grateful for your life and how far you've come. Okay, let's see. So the theme for April is nature, communication, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. So this is, well, I think April is spring, but you could be getting messages when you go into nature. And I think this is asking you to pay attention what animals that you see when you're out in nature. Insects, there are meanings for animals, spirit animals, and the insects. You can look that up. And the elements will sometimes give you an answer to any questions that you have. You just have to be aware and pay attention. I feel like that's the theme for you for April. Let's see how that ties in with the rest of the messages. So we have the High Priestess, very intuitive energy. This is a knowing, getting in touch with your intuition. We have the Three of Swords and the Hermit. So I'm getting that you are getting messages from elementals. We are tied to nature, and especially when we are connected to our intuition and the vibrations and the energies in nature. You could be getting a message or information that may cause you some distress, and you're having to do some soul searching, getting to know yourself again, going into meditation, spending more time alone. And I feel the need to clarify a little bit on this one. Tell me more about this Three of Swords for the collective for April. What is this about? We have the Nine of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. This could have to do with another person, and maybe the truth about a problem that they have, maybe a drinking problem that causes a burden on you that you may not feel it's your place to tell someone, maybe their mother, the Queen of Pentacles, and you're having to do some soul searching. This is a message I'm getting. This is not going to be for everybody, but someone needs to hear this. So you're having to do some soul searching on what's the right thing to do. But this is, you're going to have to decide. The situations are going to be different. So, but this is what it's telling me. So let's get some more information. Maybe this will help you moving forward. So a potential block for this month would be desire. Now let's take a deeper look, and to see what the block for this one will be. So let's see. So potential block for this, it's asking you to look at your desires honestly and see if they are selfish desires that only serve to bring dishonor and hurt to ourselves or others. For instance, if we desire what others possess, or lust after something or someone at the expense of another, or want to possess more than that for which we have a genuine need, and allow these desires to dominate our life in a destructive manner, If we recognize these desires, it is time to ask ourselves if we are slaves to our desires. Will our servitude be our undoing? So when we look clearly at the nature of unhealthy desires, we will see that that is a reflection of our character and nature if we choose to act on desires that we know will cause harm and hurt to others. So for instance, there is no justification for placing yourself between two people who are still involved in a relationship. It matters not what the other person has done. If one of them seeks to enter into a relationship with you prior to ending their relationship with their partner, you can show respect to yourself by not giving in to your desires until their relationship has well and truly ended. While your desire may be strong, ask yourself, do I really want to involve myself with a person who actively chooses to deceive and hurt their partner by entering into a relationship with another? In this situation, do not be swayed by your desires or by tales of woe, of unhappiness or neglect. Instead, desire better for yourself and tell them to do the right thing by their partner. Tell them to speak to their partner of their unhappiness, not you, and to show both respect for you and their partner by being honest and transparent in their intentions. Another message could be that for this card to stop worrying about what others are doing with their lives and focus on what you are not doing. Why would you desire failure or harm to another who is doing their best to improve their life? Just because you do not like them or agree with their lifestyle choices. And I believe that this message, it's the second message because of the cards that I received on these Nine of Cups. So someone is very happy and it's causing a burden on you. So this suggests a lack within yourself, born of your own fear to act on your desires. It's easy to judge, condemn, and wish failure or harm to others for doing the very things you're afraid to do yourself, but they are not responsible for your unhappiness. You are. And if you are always wanting more, never satisfied with what you already have, always having to have the biggest, the best, the supersized, and the brand new, ask yourself why. Do you actually use these things that you buy? Do they serve a purpose? Or is it just your true desire to be able to brag about your house or your car, your status symbols? If what you desire is status, to be seen as better than those who have less, then you risk being perceived as self-important, arrogant, and greedy. In this case, you have mistaken material wealth for abundance. You have made yourself a slave to baser desires to possess and control. Now is the time to look deeper and ask yourself whether having and possessing makes you feel more in control. Does it make you feel good about yourself? Ask yourself also who you are without the possessions. Would that person be happy? Would they like who they are? If the answer is no, then ask yourself why. Our selfish desires often mask lack or deficit within, even more so if we give in to them. When the desire card appears reversed, we have the opportunity to ask ourselves if we have given into our selfish desires, and if so, consider the consequences of our actions. If you recognize yourself in this reflection, it might be time to let your conscience be your guide instead of the lack within. So this is a big block I see, but this is just something you may need to look at. And this message is not, like I said, for everybody, but this is for someone. And I was getting that it was about another person because I have the Two of Cups here on the bottom of the deck, along with the Ace of Swords, another truth. I think a truth bomb that you're realizing for the message that this is for the person, I mean this message is for, that the third party could be you. And is you desiring this person worth it if this person is with somebody else? Is your desire worth the consequences? So you need to take a look at your value, how you value yourself. So I'll stop about that. I think I said enough about this block of this desire. So we're going to see what the messages when it comes to love, your love life. So we have lies and partial truths. So lies and partial truths. This is about 100% lie, or maybe the lie we tell ourselves with the truth added in there, just to justify what we desire or our actions. And this has to do with your love life or someone in particular. What is the love oracle message? This is: paint your dreams, sing your songs, enjoy the dance. Life is art. And your overall advice is 2. You can radically change your results by shifting your beliefs. What belief is limiting you? So let's take a look at that. So 2, this could be about love. So we have, the message is: are you looking for a quantum leap in your life? Radical advancement is possible when we shift into a higher vibration and tune into a new frequency. We do this by releasing old beliefs that no longer serve us. You've drawn this card because you have a belief, pattern, or habit that is no longer serving you. It is outdated and keeping you stuck. Our habits and beliefs help us during certain periods, but as we grow, so do our needs. We must clear away the old to make way for the new. You are at a powerful crossroads in your life. You have the opportunity to let go of everything holding you back. Even if you are not aware of all the things blocking you, you can set the intention to release them so you can step into your future with more ease. You will radically change your life when you shift your limiting beliefs. Look at your experience and life situations and take inventory. Which people, places, beliefs, habits, and situations are supporting you and your growth, and which ones are limiting you? Be willing to let go and trust that the universe will support you. Be gentle and kind to yourself. Through the release of the old, you welcome in the new. Self-compassion will lead you forward. Create a vision for yourself by imagining your ideal life and who you want to be. Feel what it feels like to be released from your old limitations. You are finally free. So the overall theme for May is investigate. Look closely, ask questions, and think before acting. That is your theme for May. So let's look at what's going on. So we have Queen of Fire, Patience or Temperance, and the Hierophant. This could be about a possible long-term relationship. Could be getting married or deciding to get into a long-term relationship with someone. But you have the Investigate card here for May. This could also be about your plans for putting yourself out there in the public more often. Now, this could be a career change. This could just be a personal thing when it comes to your relationships. Maybe you're ready to get out there and start dating. But you're feeling, there's one thing to to think about it and decide that you need to do it, but your feeling is not matching up. You're feeling like you need more time, and maybe you should take baby steps is what I'm seeing. But I feel like having a spiritual practice or daily rituals will help you, whether that's meditation or prayer. For some reason, in May, this is going to be a good idea for you, because it's telling you you're having to think before acting. And a lot of times, you know, whether you're religious or spiritual and you're wanting to make a change or find some clarity in what direction in life to take, we often resort to prayers asking for help from God or spirit guides to lead us in the right direction. So the possible block, let's go to your possible block for May. You have the 3 of Earth. So let's take a look at that one. This is about planting, just what the picture says, planting seeds. Doing the work before you can reap the harvest. The possible block, though, is this card is saying that you need to be sure of your motives, as they will play a defining role in the outcome that manifests. So if your goal is to be successful and powerful, and it's based on a need to feel you are of higher standing than others, you will quite likely be knocked from your pedestal. If your desire is to possess and control, you may well be met with loss and chaos instead. So keep in mind that in all things you will reap what you sow. If you want instant gratification, you may find you are met with disappointment. If you spend all of your time worrying and second-guessing yourself, you may find yourself making more mistakes. So this cautions you against becoming so focused on your goals that you forget to consider the emotional needs of those around you and give the appearance of being insensitive and selfish. Do not create distance between yourself and those you love. Intimacy and connection are essential, especially if those you love are the reason you seek to better yourself and your future prospects. So that's a potential block you need to be aware of for May. And as it concerns love, this is the message for either your advice for love or the person's message to you. So we have changes will be made. So whether this is you or the other person, you're deciding to make changes. Now, this could be something you're willing to do, or this person's willing to do, or it's the universe is taking it out of their hands and the changes will be made regardless. Sometimes when we're weary, or afraid to take the steps forward, sometimes the universe puts plans in action to push us to take that plunge or the change that we need so desperately for the next chapter in our lives. And the love oracle message is: your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. And your overall message or guidance for May, it's number 9. Express yourself creatively and start something new. So this goes along with this love oracle message about your dreams coming true if you have the courage to pursue them. So let's take a deeper look at this one. And I'm pretty sure this is May, but you can go back and look. So number 9. So this talks about starting something new. So what was is no longer supporting your growth. So leave it behind and step into the new. This is a grand opportunity to focus your attention not on what is falling away, but on the newness trying to emerge. What do you want for your future? What do you want to explore in your life adventure? The magic of new beginnings surrounds you, and it is ripe with possibilities. Is there a project or idea that keeps coming back to you? Dust off the old ideas and bring them to life again. Does a book idea want to come to life? Do you want to get into a new hobby? Take a class or enroll in a program. You can revisit an old project or start something brand new. Let yourself be drawn to the creative process. Don't worry about the outcome. Simply give yourself the gift of being one with your creative endeavors and do it for joy. The action of starting something new brings your power back to the present moment, which creates a more balanced life. To be human is to be a creator. Human beings are always creating, whether it's new ideas, new relationships, new approaches to things, or tangible projects and products. To be alive is to be a creator. It's possible that part of your anxiety or apprehension is because you have stopped creating. Use this opportunity to dive back into the creative process. We need to explore, experiment, and expand our consciousness with the activities, projects, and ideas. What you want is possible when you allow yourself to dream into the empty space between where you were and where you want to be. Use this time to believe fully in yourself and the creative pursuits you feel drawn to. Life is a circular evolution where everything is connected. When something ends, it is the birth of beautiful new awareness and possibility. Use this time to create. Okay, the theme for June 2024 is 28. Nonsense. It's time to talk sense. Let's see. Let me look this up because I don't remember this one. Okay, let's read this. It says, courageously standing up for yourself when someone is behaving in a way that is silly and unfair. Refusing to be cowed. Pointing out a person's bad behavior. Not backing down on the truth. Looking someone in the eye. Being very brave, strong, and no longer intimidated. Surprising yourself with your power. So, like Alice, you do not need to say very much or criticize the person, argue with them, or even point out what they are doing. You simply need to be firm, clear, and direct and cut through all the nonsense that is taking place. If you do this, you will silence them and they can do you no harm. They will be so surprised that someone is expressing their personal power and pointing out their silliness that you will be quite safe. Others will be grateful. And in time, they too will stand up for themselves. Even though you may not be as powerful as this other person, your inner courage, when expressed, makes you an amazing person who can change the world. With a simple refusal to tolerate bad behavior for one moment longer. So you're needing to stand up to someone in June. Now this may be this person in the other month. I think it was it February or March? That you were needing to speak up. So let's see. What is this that's going on? We have the Queen of Water, Queen of Cups, the Page of Earth, and the Ten of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign. But mostly I'm getting this is your energy. And it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But I don't see you having a problem as far as your temper, but speaking up sometimes can be hard for water signs because they are a more peaceful sign. They don't light confrontation. But this is with this page of Earth, you're having to learn to be more assertive in your power, and also when you're establishing boundaries. You could also be going back to school, learning a new skill. But for the most part in June, I feel like you are in your element, is what I'm hearing. And this is making you very happy. So whatever you're doing in June, whatever you're deciding to do, it could be a new job that you're starting. You're looking very fulfilled. What is a possible block that you might have for June? We have the Five of Air, or Five of Swords, in the original tarot deck. This is about wearing a mask. Now, as far as a block, let's take a look at the book and see what more we can gauge from this card as a block. This is about revealing your true self and forgiving others for wearing their mask. And realizing that advice and constructive criticism are not a personal attack. So let's see, so whether it's a personal message to you or pertaining to someone else close to you, this card is advising you to be cautious, misrepresenting yourself, a situation, or another person. The truth will always come out. So it is better not to embellish or fabricate, even if you only weave little lies in order to fit in with the crowd and belong. If you are wearing a mask, put it aside and reveal your true self. Don't be afraid of rejection. Yes, you might lose a few people by revealing the truth, but you will also draw to you those who admire your honesty and authenticity, who like you for who you are. If the roles are reversed and it is another who lies, then in this situation it might pay to show empathy and compassion. When the mask slips, try not to judge too harshly or condemn. Embrace them, forgive them. Doing so will give them confidence and may help them to keep the mask off instead of putting it back on. So this may be this person that you're having to speak against. So they may not know how to be authentic because they're so used to wearing a mask because they're afraid to be judged. And I'm feeling it's the second. This is this person that is used to lying and basically showing having a mask, not showing their true self. And with this Queen of Cups, you're having to show compassion, and it's telling you that's your advice, to show compassion to this person. And maybe this will give them confidence to make them feel more comfortable of showing their authenticity, their authentic self. And that's the message I have for that. And as far as your love life, here's the message for you. There's a question that you have for a special person, or about a special person, or for some of you this is just the advice. So think of a question that you have as it pertains to romance or a special person. The message is, it is worth it. So that's the advice or message for you regarding love, and this is the Love Oracle message. It says you want a person who comes into your life by accident but stays on purpose. And your overall advice is 35. Turn your worry into wonder. Surrender to the experience. What possibilities can you dream into reality? So let's take a look at that message. Number 35. So you are far too hard on yourself. Your fears have been getting the best of you and causing unnecessary anxiety and stress. Fear has a sneaky way of tricking us into believing that worrying is helping us. Your ego loves to worry because it feels in control. But most of our anxiety is based on false perceptions and beliefs. Remove yourself from the illusions that separate you from the truth, which is love. Great love is all around you. Trust the universe and yourself because your future is big, bright, bold, and so breathtakingly beautiful. You are the dreamer of the world of dreams. When you detach from the fear, you can recognize and awaken from the dream spell. You will see that we live in a dream world where you are the creator of all that you see. If what you see is blocked or unclear, use this time to envision the reality you desire. The insecurities and doubts that have been plaguing you are not serving you. Instead of worrying, turn your attention to wonder and excitement. Now is an optimal time to focus on possibilities and dream of what could be. Remind yourself that you are not off track. There is no there to get to. It is all a journey and creative adventure of your soul. So surrender to the experience and know that the unknown is nothing to fear. It is an exciting place to step into your true self. Focus fully on the wonder of all creation as you create the world you wish to see. The theme for July is growing up. Number 17, which is an 8. Wanting to grow in experience. Rejection of perpetual youth. So it's talking about you wanting to grow up. Or spiritually, or maybe in your career. So growing in experience and turning away from maybe being immature. And I know a lot of adults act like they're still teenagers. So maybe this is, one of you, I say one, but some of you that are finally realizing that you're needing to grow as a person. But let's read what the book says. So this is talking about understanding that the years bring their lessons to you. Embracing becoming an elder, watching time make its mark upon you, and embracing the signs of aging. Understanding the wisdom that can come with age. Being young at heart, yet yearning for encounters that will help you evolve, grow, and experience the fullness of life. So consider the benefits of growing older and surround yourself with people of varied ages and learn from their experiences. Work through your own lessons with practicality, patience, and enjoyment. We change physically as we grow older, and we become those to whom others turn to make sense of life. Make becoming an elder your goal. Reject the need to stay one age forever, for that will keep you from the growth your soul longs for. So your soul is longing for growth as well. And that is the theme for July. So let's take a look what's going on. What does your energy look like? I have the Empress. Wow. So you could be getting news that you're pregnant, for those that are able to get pregnant. And but also this is about you really taking good care of yourself in July. Let's see what else. The Fool. And we have the Seven of Fire. Now this deck, it talks about determination, going after your desires, your dreams, your goals. Starting something new with this Fool card. Taking that leap of faith. And realizing, sorry, I have to stretch, that July is a really good time. It's the beginning of summer. And I could be talking to you fire signs, or this is just the energy you're embodying with this Empress and Seven of Wands. So it's really going well with this theme of growing up and your soul wanting to evolve. I see these fireflies around. I get that these are your spirit guides guiding you. You're feeling that you're not alone. And they're helping you to push forward. As for romance or relationships, you could be ready to start a relationship and taking that leap into a new relationship. For some of you, what is the potential block? We have the Three of Cups. I wanted to say Three of Wands. Could mean something for some of you. But let's take a look at that. So the Three of Cups as a potential block. So this is caution. This is your caution. Let me start over. So this card appears in order to caution you against weighing down a potential outcome with the burden of our expectations. So having unrealistic expectations is the possible block. So make sure your hopes and desires are realistic and let go of those that are not. For yourself of the binding nature and weight of unrealistic expectations. In doing so, allow the outcome you seek to manifest in its own way and time. Remember, the more you expect, the more disappointed you will be if the future you hope for does not unfold as you imagine. So that's your potential block. So allow the outcome to manifest freely. If you tend to have high expectations, this is saying don't have expectations. Let what you desire come in. Let go of the, like it says, let go of the how it will happen. And let's see what your love message is. This could be the person you're involved with or thinking of, or this could be advice for you. So if you have any question about this person that you're thinking of or that you're involved with, ask the question, and then I'll give you the love message or advice. So this is their message to you. Pride keeps us apart. Whether this is your pride or the other person, you're gonna know. But pride keeps us apart. And this goes along with this potential block about talking about high expectations. So just keep that in mind. And your love oracle card is follow your heart's desires and manifest the heck out of your life. So regardless of what happens in your relationships or your romantic relationships, this is a separate message for you. And the overall advice for July is 17. Could be July 17, could be a important day. Trust your faith. Dive into the unfolding journey. What is your faith asking of you? So this could be, these are birds, but they could be doves. Talking about faith just was pointed out to me. So let's read that and see what other messages we can get. So here we go. So has fear been holding you back? When things seem uncertain, worry can set in. Fear will do its best to stop you in your tracks. But this is a reminder that the unknown is not something to be frightened by, but excited about. Consider that the fear you feel is not inspired by darkness, but by excitement. Fear and excitement are two sides of the same coin. When you look at the unknown path ahead, instead of falling into fear, activate excitement. Just like the woman in the desert in this design, you are on an adventure. The desert is symbolic of the obstacles that stand between you and your dreams. You can learn to accept the desert, the journey, and even listen to it. The space between where you were and where you are going is where life happens. You are being guided every step of the way. Keep your spirits high and expect miracles. When things are uncertain, you have the certainty of divine love, the universe, and source energy supporting you always. To be alive means you show up for the entire experience. The space between your past and the future is where you cultivate more presence. You can use this uncertain time to align with what is certain in your life. Tap into the infinite opportunities that await you. When we give into our fears, we block our heart's communications. Instead, listen to your heart. Your heart is your message center, and it has valuable information for you. Go inward, quiet your mind, and ask what your heart desires. If time, money, and energy were not factors, what would you want? The only thing blocking you right now is fear of failure and the unknown. Remind yourself that the path is paved with opportunity. Dive deep into your own curiosity and trust the journey. Trust your higher self and source energy. God's got this can be your new mantra. You have nothing to fear when love is near. Let the love in your heart manifest.